So we're really happy to be part of the next phase for this. Some of this cohort are going on to Changemakers funded project called Circular Economy for Community Resilience.
It will give us a further opportunity to develop and flourish our cross-border, cross-community partners. It'll give us another opportunity of new learning and shared learning.
So Creative Spark is really interested in that. We've been looking at the whole circular economy for the last number of years, particularly with the Fab Lab, but also with the people that we work with. A lot of them are product designers, designer makers, so they're making a lot of things to put out into the world, and a lot of them are starting to question how much stuff we make, even as small craft businesses maybe, or designer makers or product designers. And can we make those things better? Number one, there's the right to recycle is really important, and the right to repair, that products need to be made so that they can be repaired or recycled, that they're, the end of life, that they can go on and have another life. So all of those things we're really interested in.
And also adding value to us as an organisation around that sustainability model, because we are very conscious that working within the sector is a very pressurised sector. There's more demand on it, and we're looking to have more options around we make ourselves as an organisation, as a charitable organisation, more sustainable.
We've just started pilot testing precious plastic workflow, and we've got some small machines for that, and we've become part of the precious plastic movement, which is a global movement, which is all around trying to recycle plastic, end of life or single-use plastic, that we're kind of collecting that from our local community first, being the very small community that is Creative Spark, just our building, to start to test that, to look at how we can use some of that plastic to make new 3D printing filament and sheets for laser cutting. So looking at product development around that. So we're really on the start of a journey with the plastic thing, but I suppose looking at what we can learn through this new Changemakers Programme, we're excited to get going on that.
One of our new kind of enterprises has actually developed out of the NetWorx Programme, which is our Pages for Good. So I suppose it was an idea that stemmed out of the first residential, and we were in Armagh City Hotel and the conversation had come up, and we were chatting about, I suppose, thinking outside the box of other ways to draw income into the organisation. And I can't even remember the exact kind of parameters of it. There was something around the idea of books. And for me, the whole way up the road, I'm one of these people that just then obsess about thinking about something, and the whole way up the road I was just thinking that there's such synergy there between books and reducing the number of books going to landfill and the art of reading, which we're losing, but which is really, really important to older people. So reading and that community aspect of reading and the libraries and all of that is so important to older people. And I thought there just has to be something there. There has to be something there. So from that we went away, and that is now kind of morphed into a volunteer-led mini enterprise within our bigger social enterprise, where our volunteers come together. So it's an age-friendly volunteer opportunity, and they come together once a week to sort and repurpose old books that were destined for landfill. And we sell those at the local craft markets, we sell online on Etsy, and we also have just started to put them into retail destinations as well. So Pages for Good for us is really only beginning. We have a fantastic group of volunteers, as I say, who come together every week to repurpose those books. And for us, there's so many opportunities out there. You know, we want to look at how do we widen that, how do we further develop that, and how do we capture the impact as well of reducing those books going to landfill, and what partners can we get involved in the room. And that's a big one for us, always working in partnership. So the opportunity of the Changemakers Programme is really, really good timing for us, because we've had this great idea that's come out of the NetWorx Programme, and now we're at a stage where we're really, we've the basic idea and we've put together the nuts and bolts of it, but now's the time to really, add the value to it and where to go from there.